this country has changed in just a few years. That was chanting of USA, USA at Ground Zero after 9/11 by a group of firemen. It has now been declared racist at a school in Texas when a group of students chanted USA, USA at a football game. Apparently, having pride in your nation is considered racist to those who support La Raza and those who have invaded America. Welcome to the Savage Nation. My, what a difference a decade makes, from patriotism to communism in a single decade. Now, I have to say this. The Breitbart tapes have to be talked about. Why invent controversy when it does not exist? There is enough corruption and enough plain foolishness in what Obama has done since he's taken office that you don't have to invent it. I've watched these tapes. There's nothing there. Ever since the death of Andrew Breitbart, his websites have been promoting a video of Obama. Breitbart mentioned, he said these tapes would devastate Obama's presidential campaign. They claimed this was to be explosive material. It would show Obama for what he really was. And so the tapes were released last night on Wallbanger Show. And what was in them? It's something that only Wallbanger could get excited about. Was there a screaming Obama railing at the top of his lungs about the evils of white oppression? No. Was there a beret-wearing Obama with an AK-47? No. The Breitbart video shows basically the same Obama you'd hear on the stump today. The same monotonous cadence, the same haughty demeanor. If this was supposed to be a blockbuster revelation, there wasn't much block to bust. What the video does reveal is Obama endorsing Derek Bell, a radicalized racist professor at Harvard, when Obama was there. The video shows Obama introducing Bell in an affirmative action rally. But from Obama, there is no screaming or radical statements. It shows how clever Obama was even in his college days, avoiding the sort of fiery rhetoric that could have derailed him on his way to the presidency. Fundamentally, this video reveals Obama to be a Fabian socialist. The Fabians were originally British socialists who believed in advancing their agenda not by open foment of revolution, but by gradualism, by working within the system to achieve their communist aims. Even then, Obama's plan to reach the highest level of power in America was in place. His association with radicals like Derek Bell makes his true intentions clear, but his expression of that intent demonstrates a level of self-control and Machiavellian planning that are far more dangerous than if he had just been a typical loudmouth college black radical shouting slogans. So what does the Obama video reveal? Everything and nothing. If you're looking for some dramatic revelation about Obama's past, there's nothing. But it encapsulates everything we've already known about Obama as a Fabian socialist, the radical who flew under the radar and became America's first Marxist president. As I reveal in Trickle-Down Tyranny, he has a long history of his radicalism, a long history of associating with people like Derek Bell, and there's no point in reiterating it. The bombshell video from Barack Obama's college days released falls flat, says Michael Savage. So I'll ask you, if you've watched the video either on Wallbanger or on the Internet, what do you think of the Obama video released by the Breitbart organization? One, will it hurt Obama and propel the notion that he's a radical? Or was there nothing noteworthy in the video? Or three, don't you know what I'm talking about? So you have three choices, 1-800-449-8255. MichaelSavage.com. As I said at the beginning of this, why invent controversy when it does not exist? There's enough corruption and plain foolishness in what Obama has done that you don't have to invent it with tapes like this. Let me give you an example. And I point this out in Trickle-Down Tyranny, Crushing Obama's Dream of the Socialist States of America. I highly recommend that you grab your copy now on Amazon or BNN.com. I've asked this question to a number of people, and most of them respond as if I were crazy for asking. They tell me that this is America, land of the free, and there always will be elections. I tell them that we are no longer the land of the free, and that if Obama is reelected in 2012, that this just may be America's last election. In the past 3 years, the Obama administration has been very carefully crafting the nation for a political takeover by his Marxist regime, and this is not just rhetoric nor my opinion. What am I saying? Here's what I said before. I have to tell you that if this man, God forbid, is the next president of the United States, we're going to be living in something along the lines of, people say Europe. I don't believe it's going to be like Europe. I think it will be closer to Chavez's South American dictatorship. This is the most corrupt, incompetent, dangerous, tyrannical administration in American history. It's not politics as usual. It's not just Democrats versus Republicans. Obama has a long history of being at odds with American values and with America itself and the core principles of this country. They don't want government-sponsored opinions. They only want government-sponsored pravda. That's exactly what the government media complex tells you on a daily basis. Nothing but the government media complex party line. Pay attention. Your freedom may be at stake. Now, all of what I just said to you is in trickle-down tyranny. All of it. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to continue right now. Barack Obama is not incompetent. Don't underestimate his intelligence. He knows exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it. We can see that going all the way back to the Breitbart tapes. He sees America differently than you see America. He has gone out of his way to divide this country in a way that I have not seen since the Great Depression, when Franklin Delano Roosevelt went around to divide his country. That is one of his heroes. And that's what makes America great. What makes America great in Obama's mind is that the government takes money from somebody and gives it to somebody else. That's not what makes America great. That's what makes France what it is. With his control over the executive and judicial branches of the government, the stage is set for a complete takeover of the government. Think about it. He is now using his attack dog, Eric Holder, to attack the most distinguished police force in the United States of America, the NYPD. Listen to what I said to you. The NYPD has interrupted over 20 terrorist events. And yet, Eric Holder says you have no right going to New Jersey to stop another terrorist attack. Eric Holder is more concerned with getting control over a local police department in order to accumulate more power in his hands and the hands of his radical friend, Barack Obama, than in protecting America from the next 9/11. That's my opinion. 1-800-449-8255. I've given you an awful lot to think about. I'd like to ask you again, going back to the video, is there something there, or is it more hype than anything else? Let's begin right here in my hometown in the Bay Area, Sacramento, KSTE. Brett, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Yes, I agree with you. I saw the video, and I do think it is more hype than anything else.
So do you think that this diminishes the justifiable angst about Obama? Don't you think it weakens the criticism?
It does. It tends to make those of us who know the truth about Obama look desperate, and we're trying to, grab at anything to...
And right, and what it does is it takes away from all of the things that Obama has actually done.
Yeah.
I mean, if we talked about him diminishing NASA, if he talked about him diminishing the space shuttle, eliminating it, if we talked about what he's decimated the military, the Navy, if we talked about the 22 Navy SEALs that were killed in a single Chinook helicopter, if we talked about him killing the XL pipeline today, those are stories unto themselves that are more dramatic than the Breitbart tapes.
Absolutely. But our party is full of cowards these days, and none of them want to take anything on.
Well, I will tell you that I'm shocked that all of the hype yielded nothing. And I'm even more shocked that the Breitbart organization would even release them, even though, the memory of Andrew is still fresh in our mind, and God knows he was a wonderful person. I think these tapes should not have been released, unless there's something coming that I don't know about. And I can't imagine. Have you heard the tape? Have you ever actually heard the president speak as a college student at Harvard?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're going to hear it right now. Why don't you just do this? I'll tell you what. We have the tapes. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll ask you the questions. I'll be right back.